This is the story of Peggy Billington. From the humble beginnings in the Tennessee hills to the glamour and glitz of the thriving metropolis of Murray, Kentucky. This is her story. Born and raised in the rolling hills of Stewart County on a dirt road between Dover and Bumpus Mills, Peggy was the fifth of 7 children of Ira and Fanny Deep. Having to compete with 6 siblings, Peggy's competitive nature that blossomed in her adulthood took root. Peggy's love for others and her hard work ethic that was honed as a youngster growing up led her to volunteering once she had established a family of her own. Volunteering led her to a paid position, $50 a week, working with the Red Cross. The summer swim program was Peggy's baby. This involved hundreds of eager and not so eager young and old swimmers coming together to take the leap into the pool and learn to swim. This daunting task that can be compared to herding cats became Peggy's passion each summer. Hundreds, maybe thousands of children and adults can thank Peggy for helping them learn to swim. One person in particular, whose face is withheld in order not to void his amateur status as a swimmer so that he can maintain Olympic eligibility, wanted to pass this message on about Miss Peggy.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much what you call a championship swimmer, and I really owe it all to Peggy. When she was at the Red Cross, she was in charge of the swim program, and so she taught me how to properly kick, kicking exercises, the proper rhythmic breathing, that sort of thing. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm pretty much better than Michael Phelps, no doubt about it. He wants to be me, and really, to be honest with you, I owe it all to Peggy for that. If it wasn't for like a hamstring problem I had, some Charlie horses, I totally would have been on the Olympic team the last go around. But I'm still training, still getting it going, still call Peggy every once in a while. So we're still in communication that way, getting some tips. So I just want to thank Peggy for that. I want to thank Peggy for changing my athletic career.
Hi, honey. Congratulations on your retirement, Peggy. This is such an honor for me to be part of your special evening. Can't believe it's been almost 15 years ago since we've worked together. I want to thank you. You made me feel so welcome all those years ago when I first moved to Murray-Calloway County. Then in the process of us working together, we became friends, and you also became a wonderful mentor to me, Peggy, and I'm very grateful for that. A couple of things that I learned from you that I've shared in other communities was how you taught me that as an executive director, my focus should be on what's best for the community first and on the agency second. And keeping that focus is what would allow a win-win situation and benefit the most people concerned in our communities. The other powerful lesson you taught me was about the importance of pulling the agency execs together. You told me after an agency exec meeting one day that before the agencies got together, they used to fight amongst themselves for a bigger piece of pie. Now that there was building trust and relationships, they started fighting together for a bigger pie. And Peggy, that has had such powerful impact on every place I've been since I was in Murray. So as you move forward with this next chapter in your life, I can't wait to hear about all the fun things you're going to be doing and all the wonderful works you're going to keep accomplishing. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.
I've known Peggy for about 20 years. When I hired in as a senior citizen director, she was a Red Cross director. So I got to meet her, and she was, I can remember the first time that United Way called and said, we have a meeting, and I thought, I got busy and I blew it off. I thought, it's nothing important. And Peggy come down a little bit later and she said, you can't blow off those meetings, Eric, you got to attend them. So she sort of started mothering me a little bit as a former director. And then a few years later, when the United Way director left, they asked me as one of the agencies to sit on the board to start interviewing the new candidates. And so I sat on the board when Peggy was hired. Real excited about that.
When this position was open right before I came into it, I went down and talked to her and just asked her about, the position. I knew she had done it before, and so she really encouraged me to pursue, to make sure that the board did interview and went from there. So she really encouraged me to pursue this position, and she gave me the warnings of how much time you can put into it, and how it can really take over your life, but just to keep your focus on what's important.
So Peggy, I've been working here for almost 2 years now, and she would always call me names, which was interesting. I never had a boss that really would call me names, and they weren't the typical names that you would think of. It was sweetie, honey, sugar, sweetie pie. But the one that stuck was Sweetie Pie. So now the name that sticks is Sweetie Pie. So thanks, Peggy. That'll be something that sticks with me for a while. Oh, excuse me. Oh, hey, Nelson. No, she's not in. I think she's downstairs playing cards. Yeah. No, yeah. Nobody called your cell phone during Rotary. Sorry. Okay. Bye.
Peggy and I have been friends since 1973. My husband, who is dead, Walt Averson, bought the newspaper over here in 1973, and we moved to Murray. And Peggy and I met on the tennis court. And she was a wonderful, hard-playing tennis player. Oh, my goodness gracious, she wanted to win. Now, she would, step in front of you and hit the ball and then say, honey, wasn't that a good one? So, it was kind of that kind of thing. She just always was funny and sweet, but wanted to win. Her number one priority was having fun. And then second, she'd like to win. So that's why we got along great. All right, Peggy, serve. I'm ready right now. Peggy, it's for fun. Remember? Fun.
The biggest influence my mom, Peggy, has had on me. Oh, I've got a phone call? Hold on 1 second, please. Hey, honey. Oh, you want to add a car to your auto insurance policy, sweetie? Oh, we can do that. But, hon, if we don't have full coverage and you have a wreck, it's not going to be covered, right, sweetie pie? Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Bye. The biggest influence Peggy's had on me.
Well, a few years ago, when Peggy turned the ripe age of 60, she was able to start coming to the Senior Citizen Center, and we encouraged her. I wanted her to be down here, and then we noticed that she started blending in really well. So I'd be out in the room and wouldn't even know that she was there until I really was looking for her. And then I noticed some of the seniors talking about how Peggy's card playing ability. How she was quite the shrewd player. So. People. She has a reputation at the Senior Citizen Center as being the shark. So I think that they some enjoy and some probably stray away from her because she's such a good card player.
Peggy plays cards with us. She's a card shark. I don't know where she is today, but I think she's calling the poker people to see if she can go on tour next week.
I have known Peggy for the last 8 years since I've been coming up here, and she's a real sweet girl.
We're going to miss you, but you'll come back and play with us, I'm sure.
You're not only good at cards, but you're quite an actress. I'll never forget your skits.
I wish I was like her. She's real sweet, nice. I'd like to be like her.
I just want to tell you what a good friend she's been of mine. She'd always come downstairs every day to play a little while, and I'd let her play in my place because and I called her Old Lucky. Because I don't care what she played, she had luck with it. And sometimes she'd say, I just want to play 15 minutes now, just 15 minutes. And she'd say, let me play one more hand, just one more hand. And she'd just stay and keep staying. And we couldn't wait till she retired so she'd come down and play all the time with us.
She would call everybody honey. She'd say, welcome, honey,
It's sort of funny. I met Peggy when my boys were small, so I was in my 20s, and we were taking our boys to swimming lessons, and I knew Peggy a little bit. She probably knew that she should have known me, and I noticed she always called me Hun. And I remember telling my wife one day, I said, that lady really likes me. And several years later, she told me her secret, that she only called people hun when she didn't know their names. And so I thought, she doesn't know me from Adam. She just knows that face. But yeah, she's such a warm, caring character. And she pulls that off better than anybody I know. You know, if she doesn't remember the name, people never know it, you know, because she's so genuine.
Peggy, it's wonderful that you're getting ready to retire, and I hope that maybe you and I can play some more bridge, and I'm thrilled for you that you're going to. Maybe you and Nelson can travel a little bit. It's you know, it's not all bad getting ready to retire. So just have fun, and I'll always love you.
Congratulations, Peggy. We're happy for you.
Well, I would like to say congratulations, Peggy. I think you have done a remarkable job as as a United Way director. And you know, I knew you would when we hired you, and I think that you're Callaway County through and through, and that you love Callaway County, and that you've served it well, and you've served all the agencies well. And for that, we say thank you, and we really appreciate what you've done for all of us.
Miss Peggy, I just want to say congratulations on your retirement, and everything that I've seen in history and what I remember of the swim program and other things that you began from this community from my childhood. I think it's great, and I'm honored to be stepping in where you used to be in the position that you once were, and we appreciate all the lives that you touched, all the children that will never be the same because you touched them, and the parents that you worked with. We appreciate all that you've done in this community.
Hi, Peggy. Just wanted to congratulate you on your long-time service to the United Way. We love you very much. We appreciate everything you've done. We know that you're going to continue staying with us, and we look forward to all the great things that we'll do together in the future. Congratulations, Peggy. We love you.